Draconian. Firing squad executions. Signed by Idaho Governor Brad Little. I want to give all the honor, glory, and praises to YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI, Bahasham, Marachah, QADASH. Double honors to my elders at Great Millstone, taught me this truth through the Spirit. Sing honors to the elect. Peace and blessings be to all the sincere men, women, and children that do consist of the 1/3, and confusion of faces in the four corners of the earth. Shalom. Get right into it. DeathPenaltyInfo.org. Idaho steps closer to using the firing squad for executions. Idaho will become the 5th state to authorize the firing squad as a method of execution and may become the first state to mandatorily impose it on a death row prisoner since 1976. Okay? So, Idaho's Governor Brad Little signed HB, which if I'm not mistaken is House Bill 186 into law on March 24th, 2023. If I'm not mistaken, that was over 5 days ago. And it goes into effect on July 1st. Now, the reason why I want to bring this out, I saw the brother GMS Watchman upload a video and it struck me in the spirit to want to bring this out because they're going to use this for people who are going to get the death penalty. And you know, the scripture also says that John the Revelator saw those that worship YAHAWASHI and didn't worship the beast and didn't take his mark, you know, saw that them being beheaded. But that's what he saw, of course. But there could be so many other methods of Sleazy E trying to execute or take people out. Now, I'm just speaking in terms of logic. It would be wiser to use an automatic decapitation system or decapitating system because you won't have to worry about the ammunition, right? But nonetheless, this can still be a way to, quote unquote, legally execute people. And why not it be to those who don't want to comply, right? Because there's going to be a point where they're going to be dishing out capital punishment to those who are not willing to go along and get along, right? Not quoting Kwame Brown, of course. But that's the truth. Like on a movie State Property, either you get down and lay down. And that's how they're going to come at people. You know, Satan know that he has but a short time, so he coming down with great wrath. But just because he's putting his foot on the pedal, that doesn't mean that you have to let up. We have to continue to fight. You can't be weary in this. Keep your faith alive. Sirach 4 and 28. Strive for the truth unto death, and the Lord shall fight for thee. So if you're striving for the truth unto the brink of death, the Lord will fight for you. So that don't mean that you will die. That means that you can fight to the point of you can possibly be sent to the spirit world, and the Lord will interject. But I just had to bring this to light in case some brothers don't see that brother's video. So like I said, I'm not going to make this long. I just wanted to get on and let y'all know, man, to keep your eyes peeled. Be circumspect. All right? Matter of fact, let me get that before I bring this out really quick. Circumspect. Circum go back to circumference, which is circumference would be what? 360 degrees, right? A complete circle. Spect means to look. Like old timers used to say back in the day, yo, hand me my specs, right? Spectacle, what you look at. So in other words, be aware of all of your surroundings. Okay? Be circumspect. And remember, if they're not of the body, how can you really trust them? Even your own people of your own family will become your enemies. Remember that. This is Ephesians chapter 5, verse 15. See then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the time because the days are evil. My last video I just did, just judgment is ramping up all throughout the earth. Yeah. Verse 17, wherefore be ye not unwise, but understanding what the will of the Lord is. This is the will of the Lord. Remember, it's only created, the spirit of vengeance is only created for the wicked of our people, for those who perform and commit iniquity. Okay? Let me close out with this. 1 Peter chapter 5, verse 6. Humble yourselves, therefore, under the mighty hand of God, that he may exalt you in due time, casting all your care upon him, for he careth for you. Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, enemy, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about, seeking whom he may devour. That's why we got to be circumspect. You got to be patient, sober, and cast all your care upon the Lord. Because in it, Lord will not be amongst brethren. You know, the few that's around me in my vicinity. But if I'm not, I still have to trust in Yahweh. Well, we're supposed to trust Yahweh Shemashah entirely. Let me say this correctly. Because when you're by yourself, if you're by yourself, you better pray Yahweh Shemashah is there with you. That's why right now in our liberty, what are we doing now to prove that when its time is up, when the Lord allowed Esau to unleash all holy hell, the reason why I say holy because it's coming from the Lord's left hand, right? That the Lord has a hedge for us. Let me finish this off. 1 Peter chapter 5, verse 9. Whom resist, talking about who? The devil. Whom resist steadfast in the faith, knowing that the same afflictions are accomplished in your brethren that are in the world. Let alone we know America's Babylon the Great, and a lot of atrocities are going to happen here. But the curses linger all throughout the earth to whomever is an Israelite. Whether you look like John Shaft, or whether you look like one of those so-called Japanese boys spinning on their head who we call breakdancers today. A lot of our people are all over the world. We've been scattered to the four corners. And just like that, the Lord's going to use the angels to gather the elect from the four corners of the earth. With that being said, pray was edified and fed. Stay in the spirit. Don't fear it. Just endure it. Ask for forgiveness. Pray without ceasing. Stay humble. Remain diligent. Kwame Sha'Allah. Mufla Babal. Shalom.